Hi guys, we are here to talk about teaching commands to dogs. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel before watching the video. Dogs are loyal animals, and if you have one at home, you know how smart they are in addition to loyalty and how fast they can learn and listen to you by teaching them commands. Maybe you have tried many times to teach the dog to lie down or sit and hold, etc. so that your dog is more obedient than you, but you have not succeeded in this. In this article, we want to tell you how you can ask your dog to do things like stay and sit, wait, etc. For example, if training the dog or training no or sit is done in the right way, you will see that taking care of dogs is not only difficult but also attractive and sweet. Just as dogs need to learn to obey your no command, it is necessary at times to take the person or things you want on your command. Train the dog is mostly used for guard dog training. In order to teach this command, it is necessary to socialize them from the beginning of their childhood so that they can recognize familiar and strange people in different situations and act to catch strangers with the command. To train the dog, you need to have a strong toy so that it does not get damaged by the dog's bite. Rope toys can be a good option. Next, you need to move the toy so that the dog is stimulated to grab it. At the same time as holding the dog, you can say the command take. In order to succeed in this training, you have to train the dog from the time it is a puppy or 2 months old so that it does not take food from strangers or eat food from the ground, and this is possible by teaching the dog to say no. Training a puppy to guard is a complex task and requires a skilled and experienced person. So if it is your first experience, the dog may not follow you and show resistance. But with practice and of course considering the characteristics of these dogs and their training tips, you can be successful in this task. All dogs know how to sit well and are inclined to do so, but it is also important to teach the dog to sit on the command of the owner. To train the dog to sit first, you need to make the dog pay attention to you and hear your voice. Secondly, you should do this in the home environment so that the dog's attention is not distracted and he is attentive to you. To start, first hold a treat and try to get the dog to see and smell the treat to get its attention. At this time, try to make the dog sit down by lowering the encouraging hand and use the command sit at this time. Give the dog encouragement by doing this. By repeating this command several times and having patience, the dog will execute this command well. This command is done after teaching the dog to sit. Take a treat near the dog's nose and take a few steps away from him by commanding him to stay. If the dog stays put, turn around and give him a treat. If he does not do this, use the no command so that he does not move. In order for the dog to learn the command correctly, the training must be repeated several times a day. This command is necessary because you are controlling the dog, especially if the dog is energetic. You can also teach this command after training to sit. While the dog is sitting, as usual, hold the food in front of the dog's nose to smell it, then raise your hand. In this case, the dog follows your hand and gets up. At this time, at the same time as the dog rises, give him the stop command. And by doing the work, give him encouragement. Repeat this several times so that he learns well. The stand command has many uses, especially when the dog needs to stand. For example, when the dog wants to be examined by the vet or when you want to brush the dog's teeth. Teaching no to a dog is also one of the most important trainings, because if the dog does not listen, it may follow everything in its path during an evening walk and get out of control. Therefore, by teaching the dog no, you can prevent the unpredictable movements of the dog. In this training, the use of incentive food plays a good role. For this purpose, it is better to place the dog's favorite food near his nose and use the no command when he goes to eat it. When the dog does not continue, you can give him a reward. This exercise should be done many times so that the dog knows that by giving up or not eating, a delicious treat is waiting for him. This command is taught by walking the dog to the door and commanding it to sit in front of the closed door. Then, hold your fingers up, show your palms, and command wait. As he waits, you open the door gradually and close it when the dog tends to move toward the door, as a sign that he should wait. Do this several times a day. Continue the exercise until you fully open the door and the dog does not move without your command. By doing this correctly, you can give the dog encouragement with a confirmation word, yes, right, etc. This command prevents the dog from leaving the open doors of the house, store, and other places without permission. The first point, because all dogs are not alike in learning and according to the temperament of each breed, it may be easier to teach commands to dogs in some breeds and a little harder in some other breeds. For example, some dogs will only look at you in front of the command you give, and some breeds will jump around and cannot properly understand and execute your command. The second point, patience, and repetition are key factors in dog training. You should follow a series of patterns in teaching your dog commands. The following can greatly help you practice these exercises well with the dog. Commands should be short and within 1 to 2 words. After doing the command correctly, you should give the dog a reward so that he knows he did something right. Never use punishment for training. Training dogs requires patience, and a lot of practice. So, if you have enough time and energy to train your animal, but you don't have enough experience, or even if you encounter challenges in the way of training your dog, don't worry. The Pet Press site will help you to make this experience very sweet and pleasant for you. For information on keeping pets, we suggest. I hope you enjoyed watching the video and this information was enough for you.